Thank you for choosing the good old couch as your entertainment provider. Please sit back and relax. We will be with you shortly.
Engines roar, black tracks burn ahead. Victory smell living in my head. Tires screaming, gripping the way. Fueling the fire, it's my game to play. Helmet down with the finish in sight. Adrenaline rush filling the night. Dust and sparks shaping the day. On the circuit I'm here to stay. Speeding hearts, we own the track. Pedals to metal, no looking back. Racing dreams, burning fast. Crossing the line, I'm built to last. Crowd cheers loud like a thunderous wave. Under the lights, the champion they crave. Flags in the air, they know the tale. Glory's in reach, I'll never fail. Pit stop, hustle, gear so tight. Seconds count in this fight. Sweat drips steady, the tensions grow. Ready, steady, let that power flow. Speeding hearts, we own the track. Pedals to metal, no looking back. Racing dreams, burning fast. Crossing the line, I'm built to last. Yeah. Pit stop, hustle, gear so tight. Seconds count in this fight. Sweat drips steady, the tensions grow. Ready, steady, let that power flow. Yeah. Crowd cheers. Yeah. Yeah. Pit stop, hustle, gear so tight. Seconds count in this fight. Flags in the air, they know the tale. Glory's in reach, I'll never fail. Engines roar, black tracks burn ahead. Victory smell living in my head. Tires screaming, gripping the way. Fueling the fire, it's my game to play. Helmet down with the finish in sight. Adrenaline rush filling the night. Dust and sparks shaping the day. On the circuit I'm here to stay. Speeding hearts, we own the track. Pedals to metal, no looking back. Racing dreams, burning fast. Crossing the line, I'm built to last. Crowd cheers loud like a thunderous wave. Under the lights, the champion they crave. Flags in the air, they know the tale. Glory's in reach, I'll never fail. Pit stop, hustle, gear so tight. Seconds count in this fight. Sweat drips steady, the tensions grow. Ready, steady, let that power flow. Speeding
Hello and welcome everyone to race number 8. Yeah, it's number 8 already of our good old couch ADS F1 24 league. This is me, I'm Anomaly, and my awesome co-host Persephone.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Persephone. As always, it's absolutely wonderful to have you here with me. I would have probably cried if I had to commentate this track on my own tonight. So, thank you for joining in.
Thank you for having me. I do want to pre-warn you that my internet is like my water this evening, very unstable. So...
Oh, you mean like my personality? Thank you for that cheer there, Paulman. I don't know if he's cheering for your unstable internet, your unstable water, or my unstable personality, but we do appreciate it.
Well, maybe he's just cheering because he wants to cheer for himself, you know? Darth Vader for the win.
Definitely. But as always, we do appreciate it. And you know what, Persephone, it's fine if I don't hear anything from you when I ask a question and I go like Persephone, and you don't answer. I'll assume it's your internet.
Yes, please do. Not that I'm having like a big piece of pizza or anything like that, you know, just assume it's my internet.
Definitely not pizza. I mean, definitely, it's Monday.
It's Monday.
Monday's pizza day.
Monday's pizza day, but I actually don't have pizza in front of me, so I might just order because I just talked about it, you know.
That sounds wonderful. That really does sound wonderful. And then, as always, I would just love to welcome all of you in chat there. Thank you for the support. I already see a lot of support going out to all of our races. I do see a challenge posted there by Kira saying he wants an ace win this evening. So, well, please, as Kira also mentioned, stay tuned to see what happens. We will be putting up a poll or a prediction. I put up the wrong thing last week, guys. That was the problem. But this week I know what I'm doing. I promise. We're getting there. So as always, we'll put up.
You're welcome to put up the wrong thing. It's not the end of the world.
I'm telling you. I'm somehow going to stay on V-Power that we have here. Get this track up and running. Let's just see lap data. Yeah, I want the map. There we go. I want this one. I also want this one. And then obviously we want our tires. Okay, so I'm somehow going to stick on V-Power. As you guys can see, almost straight out of the pit, there are some excellent S-bends. There is a difference between an S-bend and the chicane, although I do feel that you guys need to stick with us until our F1 25 league to find out what that difference is. I feel that we've already exceeded expectations for this league, so any more detail needs to wait until next time.
Okay, because I just wanted to ask you what's the difference between an ace bend and a chicane, but we'll leave it for the next.
We'll make like a little trailer video for you guys, where the main question that will be answered in the next league will be what's the difference between an S bend and a chicane.
Because I thought a chicane isn't S.
Yeah, it's an S shape, but there's a difference. We will pull in our experts. We will get Alf ZA up in here. We'll get Frey up in here. We'll get Ace up in here, and we'll ask all of our experts to answer that question. It's obviously that Persephone and I know, you guys. But we do. Yeah, obviously, we just want to give you guys some great content.
Yeah. We want a panel. We're gonna do a panel. That's our goal.
I love
that.
I love
that. You a panel. Yeah.
But yeah, guys, on your left hand side, there's the pit exit. We are following V-Power, so almost straight out of the pit, you're heading around a corner and into your lovely. Yeah, I think that was the pit exit. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, so there is quite a couple of sharp turns on this track. You can definitely see your S-bends here. There's a lot of sharp turns, although there's not a lot of elevation. So I think that's definitely going to count in their favor this evening, Persephone, because they don't have to manage necessarily the turns, the brakes, and the speed and the elevation of the track. So I think although we do have quite a flowy, bendy track this evening, it's definitely going to be a bit easier without the unnecessary elevation, in my opinion.
Yes, I am just going to agree with you tonight because I have to honestly tell you, I'm watching this in sort of like in a weird. I don't know how to explain this properly. I'm watching it in sort of in a glitchy way.
Kind of like laggy, jumping around.
Way.
PS1 graphics.
PS1 graphics. It feels like I'm like in Minecraft graphic type of thing.
I hear you.
I have to speak like this to portray my internet at this moment.
Just to be like a united front for your household this evening, like yourself and your internet, like you're one this evening.
Yeah, just to portray, because I can honestly, I can tell you, right, I can see there's times on the board, right, I can see them. But I can't actually tell you. The purple is so blurry.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
I can't tell you what it is. It feels like I need glasses, and I have 20/20 vision.
No problem, Persephone. Let me quickly run us through those times. I'll switch it up a little bit. You can do the track explanation this evening.
Wait. No, I can't do that. Can we try, like, I'll say the name and you give the time. Can we try that?
Okay, we can definitely try it. So run us there from the top currently.
Okay, so we have God of War.
We have God of War in first position at the moment with a 133.358.
Then we have in second position Ace 555.
Ace 555 jumping up there to jumping up there to second position. An amazing time coming from him as well, a 134.929. So that's actually very close. It's a 0.04 that's differentiating Ace at the current space and time with God of War in first position.
Yes, that's brilliant. So are we going to try this again, Anomaly? I'm going to say the name, you're going to say the time.
Okay, let's try it again.
Don't repeat the name, okay? And in third position, Marksman.
In third position with a time of 1:35.144. I just quickly want to, before we continue, give a shout out there to all our new chatters there in chat. Welcome there to everyone. I do believe we have Kira, who's a new chatter. We have Super CJK 333. Welcome everyone. It's fantastic to have you here. Persephone, I see we missed the spot. Faster Cluck surprised us, so let's start from the top.
Okay, we're going to start from the top. So here, because let's just explain to everybody that's new in the chat. I can't see on my screen.
And everyone, time. It was a very long explanation.
Yeah, because my internet is playing with me tonight, right? So normally I read the times, but now I can't. I can try, but I can't see them.
You know what? Right? Try it, Persephone. If you're wrong, I will politely correct you in the most sophisticated and mild-mannered manner ever.
Okay, let's try. So in our first position, we have God of War with a 133 something.
Does I?
Okay. Then in our second position, we have Faster Clucky with a 134.557.
Perfect.
Right?
Yes.
Then we have in third position, we have Ace 555 with a 134.929.
Yeah.
Then we have Marksman in fourth position with a 135.045.
Mm-hmm.
Then in fifth position, we have Darth Vader with a 135.818.
Yes.
Then in sixth position, we have Mr. Elf with a 135.696.
Yeah, 898.
Whatever. Then in seventh position, we have V Power with a 136.341.
Yes.
Then in eighth position, we have Foxy Cute with a 136.366.
Perfect.
Then in ninth position, we have Wasabi Baby with a 136.937.
Yes, perfect.
Foxy Cute just jumped in front of her with a ninth position with a 136.
Yeah,
366.
366 pushing Wasabi now down to 10th.
10th position. Then in 11th position, we have Zarigon with a 130.
9368.
Thank you. And then we're still waiting for time for Frey, the Dogman, and Anarchy.
100%. As we've come to know, Mr. Frey will be surprising us. He's going to put up a qualifying time on his medium tires now, which is probably going to land him, let's guess, about 6th or 7th position. Then, for everybody who's new watching, Mr. Frey is then going to wait until the 2-minute mark left on the qualifier. He's going to put on soft tires and is going to put up a time that's going to land him in the top 3. That's my prediction. And then we do have, unfortunately, car trouble for some of our races this evening. Persephone, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's no kicks on the track this evening. Not even one.
I've noticed. I mean, it broke my heart, but I know my kicks are here in spirit, so it's okay.
And your kicks have been doing so well, they don't even need that manufacturer's points this evening.
No, I don't believe that. But it's okay. I'm gonna accept that they're not here.
We do, however, have a surprise for you. No, I'm kidding. We have Ulesi in chat, however. Danky Monkey not in chat this evening, not on the track either. Ulesi is in chat, however, he will not be driving on the track this evening. Then also, we do have Nikki Knox, who's not joining in this evening. We have Peach, who also has some difficulties this evening, who won't be able to join us. And then I do see we are missing Unfair Straw, and we are missing Hannibal as well. So unfortunately, there's quite a couple of our racers who's not able to join in. However, I am extremely happy to have both of my McLarens up there in 3rd and 4th position. For everybody who's new, Persephone is a Kick fan and Anomaly is a McLaren fan. And the rest of you are entitled to your own wrong opinion.
Goodness. Vote to kick. No.
We're gonna vote to kick, not vote for kick.
Vote to kick. No, you're welcome to your opinion, of course. If you're a Ferrari fan or a Williams fan and that's the only 2 cars I know.
Well done. I'm actually so proud of you, though. You've upgraded from red and blue car.
I've upgraded from red and blue car. Now I actually know Ferrari and McLaren. I think Williams. I mean, well, McLaren as well. I know, and there's Mercedes and there's Austin Martin. No.
Oh, well done. Shout out there to Foxy Cute in the Austin Martin as well.
There we go. Yes.
Well done, everyone. We do have 6 or just under 6 minutes left of our qualifier. I see Spectre Wolf also jumped up there to 3rd position with a qualifying time of 1:54.344. If you guys have a look here on the left top hand side of the screen, you guys will see the grid with our current qualifying times. The fastest lap still held by God of War with a 1:53.155. However, for those of you who's been joining us since the previous league, you guys will remember that Spectre is actually our defending champion for our F1 24. free league, yeah. So Spectre back up there in third position, and I think he is currently tied with God of War for the second positions of our Constructors Cup, Persephone. So we might actually be seeing Spectre Wolf maybe still in the game, ready to compete.
Yeah, no, definitely still in the game. I see Fro also put up a time there for us for 1:33.255 in second position.
Excellent. Actually, Mr. Frey, I'm very, very surprised. Hopefully, you do have the stream on there next to you. I'm extremely surprised that you gave us a qualifying time on the 4-minute mark and not the 2-minute mark.
Well, he did do it on medium tires, I also just want to point out, while everybody else did it on soft tires.
Except for Mr. Alf. Mr. Alf's qualifying time of 1:55.898 there in ninth position, he actually put up on hard tires. So it's only now that he's taking an out lap on his soft tires to see if he can maybe better the time there a little bit.
Oh, brilliant. I did not notice that. Maybe it's my internet just playing games with me.
Of course, it's your internet, Persephs. We are extremely profesh. Anything that we do not notice is definitely the internet or the birds.
Definitely the birds. Oh, see, my internet just like froze for a second. I can see a McLaren racing down the track and it's frozen in time. So it's a brilliant view. I should actually take a photo for you.
Oh,
so that
please
you have
take
it
a
as
photo.
screen.
A McLaren is a beautiful view.
Yeah, and then you have a screensaver, right?
I would love that. I also want to welcome another new chatter there in chat, Lucas COV1. For all the new guys in chat, I do apologize if I mispronounce your name. I'm extremely South African and I'm extremely Afrikaans, so the possibility that I'm going to mispronounce it is definitely very big. However, I do love it when you all correct me. I do see, Persephs, that he's asking why is our league running on F1 24. So the reason for that, Lucas, is we prefer to have our leagues and to because we are focused on community gaming, we prefer to have as many people that have access to the games as possible. So we wait for example, the game to go either on the Game Pass or the PS Plus, anything like that, so that you only need your subscription to that Game Pass to be able to join in the league. We try to make it as accessible to everyone as possible. So if you have your Game Pass subscription, you should have the game free to play or just available in your library to play. So we prefer not to have our community necessarily have to spend additional money to be able to join in and have a good old time on the good old couch. So hopefully that explains it.
It definitely explains it. So that means that our next league will probably be F125.
Yes, so you can actually kind of think that we're kind of like almost a year behind almost because we do wait for it to go on the Game Pass. Our next league will definitely be set in F125 as soon as that is available. Persephs, if you don't mind me taking over your timely duties quickly, because I do see we have 1 minute and 30 seconds left on this clock.
Go ahead, please go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm quickly going to run us through the grid, everyone. A new fastest lap time being put up there by God of War with a 1:33.143, holding that first position above Mr. Frey up until this point in time still. Then we do have Mr. Frey is on his out lap. There's his 2-minute lap that he's going to put in. He is currently in second position with 1:33.255, followed there by Spectre Wolf, our defending league champion, in third position with 1:33.284. Marksman pulling up the Williams rear there behind Spectre with 1:34, my apologies, 0.325. Faster Clucky following suit in my beloved McLaren in fifth position with a 1:34.557. Mr. Alf already jumping 3 positions up again with his soft tires in sixth position with a 1:34.865. 4, followed there closely by my other beloved McLaren Ace 555 in 7th position with a 1:54.929. The Darkman for Haas pulling up there in 8th position with a 1:55.577. V Power following suit in 9th with 1:55.635, and then we have Nanarki in 10th with 1:55.805. Darth Vader in 11 with 1:55.818. Foxy Cute unfortunately not able to qualify any further, but holding that 12th position with 1:56.366. Wasabi in 13th with 1:56.645, and Zerigon in 14th position with 1:59.368. So yeah, and I did see the Dogman jump up there to position number 5. We are currently in what I like to call the overtime period. And whoops, there it is. Did you see that, Perseus? That new fastest lap time jumping up there to first position, Mr. Frey Frey, with a 1:52.591.
Well done. He does do this to us, right?
He really does do this to us. Like, I feel like I don't even want to acknowledge any lap times that he puts up unless we are either below the 2-minute mark or in the overtime period of the qualifier.
No, definitely. I think maybe at our next race next week, we should really hold off and wait for that 2-minute mark before we give his time.
Yeah, well, definitely next week, all you Frey Frey fans out there, you will not be getting any Frey Frey updates up until the 2-minute mark.
I think that's a very good idea.
I agree.
We're going to put up that poll now. So any favorites that you want us to put up in the poll, who's going to be the winner of this race, you can give us 4 names anomaly.
Yeah, 100%. Drop it there in chat. Take a couple of minutes just to see. Let us know who you want on the predictions for our pole position. Drop some names in there if you have a favorite. If you don't have a favorite, Persephone and I are probably going to just pick a few and then put it up there. However, we will definitely wait for you guys to drop in some names. So take some time. Make sure you guys get it up there. We're giving about, I think, let's give them, what do you think, Persephs? Maybe 2, 3, 5 minutes?
Give them 2, 3, 5 minutes. That sounds reasonable, right? 2, 3, or 5 minutes. I mean,
I agree. You guys have either 2, 3, or 5 minutes. We'll see how we feel.
We'll see how we feel.
I do see we are currently holding the position number 1 there with Mr. Frey Frey, followed by God of War in 2nd, Spectre in 3rd, Marksman in 4th, then followed by the Dogman, Fasterklak, Mr. Elf, Ace 555, V Power, Nanarki, Darth Vader, Foxy Cute, Wasabi Baby, and Zerigon. And I have 4 seconds to spare.
Well done. So
Whoop whoop.
4 seconds is a lot. You did a great job. I see we're getting some predictions here. We have Frey, Ace, Elf, and Plucky from Van Man Vietwea. From Kira, we have A, Frey, God of War, Fasterklak, and we see the Dogman. You guys saw nothing.
Well, the
Nothing.
Dogman, I don't know what you are referring to, so I do not think that we saw anything.
I think we saw nothing.
But you're welcome to drop us in there so we can read something. A lot of love I see Persephone going towards Frey, Ace, and Fasterklak this evening, specifically already mentioned there by 2 of our viewers to be the predictions for pole position this evening. And I must say I am very, very interested to see what is going to happen on this track. God of War having held the first position in qualifier for quite some time. Mr. Frey Frey, as we know, always a challenger on each and every track, I must add. I don't think there's a track that is not good at. Ace 555 having taken 1 qualifying lap and jumped up to 2nd position, and then Fasterklak also a big favorite there. So while we are going to leave the camera here on Mr. Frey, while we are checking out some wiggles, I think let's get that prediction up and running.
So we gave them 1 minute.
That's right, 1 minute. Well, I told you guys, we'll see how we feel. We'll see how we feel.
We'll see how we feel. Okay, so we definitely have Frey part of the prediction, Ace part of the prediction, Clucky as part of the prediction. So let's eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Okay, so I think we can put Frey.
Yes,
I think we can put Ace.
yes,
I think we can put Clucky.
yes.
And then we also have Elf and God of War mentioned. I think let's just put all of them.
Okay, let's put all of them. I think that's a good idea.
I think it's a very good idea. God of War. Perfect. Everyone, so please make sure to go and vote in our prediction. We are going to run it for 30 minutes. That's why the other one could only run for 10 minutes, Persephone, because it was wrong. Definitely. So we're going to run it for 30 minutes, everyone. It is up and running there. So yeah, be sure to please have a look at it. You'll see in your chat on whatever platform you are watching, there is a predict with couch pillows. You guys will be able to win some more couch pillows. So make sure to drop your prediction in there for this evening's poll position.
You know what? For the first time, we actually don't have Spectre Wolf in this prediction.
Yeah, actually, ne? Watch how Spectre's going to win now. But yeah, for the first time, we don't have Spectre Wolf in the prediction. However, I'm very happy that we do have Elf in the prediction this time around.
Yes, no, definitely very happy. Now they just have to show us what they got.
What's happening on this track, Persephone? This is supposed to be a formation lap. However, Mr. Frey is doing like a Caribbean cruise here on Texas this evening.
Listen, that's where you start on a Caribbean cruise. You start in the USA.
Definitely Texas. It's not a Caribbean cruise if you don't start in Texas.
Exactly. That's where you start.
Yeah, I saw actually holding the pack back a little bit, so I don't know if that's some amazing strategy that Mr. Frey's been working on, or whether maybe he just had a little bit of a trouble reaching his pedal. Yeah, so I saw they had a very slow formation lap this evening. However, we are going to be seeing them go shortly, I hope. Okay, I didn't even see the countdown, but they're off, and we do have already a little bit of a touch there between Mr. Frey and God of War. Very, very good pull away for both of them there. And then we also see one of our racers.
Off the road.
Yeah, running off the road there. It's possible that it was Darth Vader. Because I do see his name drop down there. And we have the Dogman who's already also climbed another position. Unfortunately, Wasabi Baby also having dropped down. And then we have V-Power also dropping one position down. We have Ace who climbed a position, Faster Cluck who climbed a position. So this has been quite the intricate pull away, Persephs. Lap 1 is very, very exciting already.
It's very exciting, even though mine is lagging a little bit. You know, I don't know what I'm seeing, but I'm seeing them.
You're seeing something. There's definitely something being seen.
Something being seen, very exciting. Everybody's still on the road from my side, though. You know, no,
yeah, luckily everybody is still on the road, definitely. So God of War pulling away a little bit there in front of Mr. Frey, not by much. Definitely still within the DRS zone once DRS is enabled. However, he is making sure that he's getting a little bit of a lead there. Mr. Frey following suit in second position. He's closing that gap a lot. He now only has a 0.3 behind, or 0.5 behind God of War. Fastest lap also going to God of War for the first lap here. And then we also have Spectre. You can see him very, very close to Mr. Frey there for that second position. He's definitely not going to take this lying down. We've seen Spectre pull some amazing strategies to make sure that he just sticks on top of those front runners and make sure that he can pass as soon as he is able. Excellent takeaway happening there in our middle to bottom pack. Ace 555 having overtaken just before that corner. So definitely you can see him lessening that time between himself and V Power in 7th position as well. So yeah, everyone, that is just, I see we are extremely close to each other on this grid still, Perseus. There's not a lot of time that's being lost between our races.
Yeah, something did happen to Zarigon because I actually, with my, sketchy internet, did see I overtake Zarigon. And then
Yeah.
Zarigon suddenly dropped to the last position. So something did happen to Zarigon.
I'm trying to see if we can have a look here. It seems, I don't know. It doesn't seem like I can see if there's damage on the car. And while we are talking about damage, everyone, let's just get these tires up in here before I forget until like the last minute of the race. So yeah, we were not able to see if there is any damage on his car. However, something did definitely just happen there, having dropped him down there to 14th position, and he did so well gaining some positions with that excellent pull away that he had as well. And then we do have a new front runner here at the top of the pack, Mr. Frey. We know him by now. He's lurking. He waits until it's the exact right moment to overtake on first position. And you can see, if you have a look at this view that we have here, Persephone, you can see him starting to pull away from the rest of the pack. He's putting a lot of time between himself and the rest of the pack at the moment. So I'm thinking that because he is on the hard tires, he's going to try to run a little bit longer in the beginning. So he's maybe going to try to get as much positions as possible for himself before he needs to go and pit, to see that he maybe exits back into position 1, or at the very worst position 2 to 3.
Yeah, that would really make sense. Can I tell you, I had a moment, right?
Okay, tell me.
You were having this beautiful view, right? And there was these stars painted on the side. And I wanted to tell you, oh my goodness, doesn't that look really American?
That is violently American, yes.
Yeah, but of course we're in Texas, right? So I was like, oh my goodness.
It would have been weird if we weren't in Texas, but I love that moment. We can actually see here the stars and Texas and the American way of life having an influence on our races here. A lot of like competition happening between all of them. Spectre Wolf having tried that overtake, attempting that overtake on the straight. However, we do see God of War blocking it off, so Spectre not yet able to take that second position for himself. However, you can see he's sticking very close to God of War there in the third position, just waiting for the opportunity to take that position 2 for himself. And then I just want to have a look here, Persephone, while we are a little bit more quiet on the track at the current moment. I do see that we have Mr. Alf ZA running soft tires on this extremely fast track. The tire wear for him is going to be a lot, Persephone. We might be seeing a double stop because these soft tires are not going to be able to carry him up until the point where the medium tires would. So he's going to have to make a double stop, or he's definitely going to feel the wear on his hard tires later in the race as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. I was listening to some of the racers talk about their tire strategies, and they were talking about trying the mediums and then later switching to the hards and just doing a one-stop pit strategy. But like you said, if he has soft tires, he might have to do a two-stop pit strategy.
Definitely. Also, welcome there to the Hannibal in chat. Nobody died yet, Hannibal. We still have all of our races on track. We definitely are missing you, but thank you so much for joining us in chat there. Please remember to go and vote for who you think is going to land on podium. I see that we did have quite the fight between God of War and Spectre Wolf for this position number 2. They were neck on neck, or must I say tire on tire there, for a little bit, trying to see who's going to take that second position. And then God of War just took it back and he's keeping it. Spectre Wolf sticking quite close to him, a 0.2, so we might definitely be seeing another fight happening between the two of them.
Yeah, brilliant. I see the middle pack is also really fighting. I see Ace dropped a few spaces and Darth Vader overtook and Wasabi overtook. V-Power still holding his 7th position. Faster Plucky in position number 6 and Mr. Elf still in his 5th position.
Definitely. Mr. Alf actually having taken one position or gained one position there between the start of the race and now. I'm not exactly 100% sure when it happened, but he was in 6th position. He is now up to 5th position with that soft tires. We saw actually, my apologies everyone, we saw actually a little bit of a fight, as you mentioned, happening here in mid-pack between V-Power and Ace as well. I kept my eye on this grid while we were spectating the fight for second position, and we saw Ace overtaking on V-Power and then V-Power taking it back a little bit later. So there's definitely a little bit of a must I say friendly competition happening there between the two of them as well, and V-Power just taking this opportunity to grab as many positions as possible, already up there to position number 6, having just overtaken on Alf, who went into pit.
Brilliant. That's some brilliant driving from V-Power this evening.
It really is. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, so Frey in 1st position at this moment, Spectre Wolf in 2nd, God of War in 3rd, the Dark Man in 4th, Faster Clock in 5th, V-Power in number 6, Wasabi Baby in 7th, Darth Vader in 8th, I almost said 9th, Marksman in 9th, Ace 555 in 10th, Mr. Alpha in 11th, Foxy Cute in 12th, Nanaki in 13th, and Zurigon in 14th.
Wonderful. I see Mr. Alf went into pit for those hard tires on lap 6. Persephone, I do not believe that the hard tires will be comfortably carrying him through for 14 laps. It is possible. I don't want to speak too soon. Mr. Alf's probably going to pull a bunny out of a hat and be like, anomaly, you know what, go away. But I must admit, a little bit worried about the tire wear on those hard tires of the Ferrari at nearing the end of the race. But Mr. Alf is one of our most professional drivers, so he obviously knows what he's doing. He knows a lot better than I do, so I'm excited to just keep an eye on that grid and an eye on him to see what's happening there a little bit later in the race. I do also see that we have Mr. Frey and Ace 555 both starting out on the hard tires, so both of them probably going to try to run a few laps extra. I'm guessing maybe like up until, I don't know, 12, 13, 14, around there, and then going to pit for the mediums to carry them through. So hopefully they can make use of this opportunity that these other racers are now taking to pit earlier in the race, to put themselves a little bit up there on the grid, gain some time so that they can exit in a more favorable position. And then everyone, I realize how I'm sounding. I just want to mention still sick, still a thing.
Still a thing. That's we're sorry you're still sick though, because you've been sick for a while, so that's
I've been sick for a while. This is just like my new normal, everyone. I'm waking up every morning, I'm just like, oh, this is me now. It's one of my new personalities. I'll live with it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's not fun.
And then I must also say, I do believe Ace 555 might be overtaking on Darth Vader momentarily. However, some excellent driving also coming this season from Darth Vader. He started out a little bit unsure. However, he's actually progressing a lot in the league. He does need to pick his racing line there. Yeah, I did see, and he did pick his racing line, unfortunately going off track there a little bit. However, that was a very good example, Persef, if you were able to see it, of that one defense move that I mentioned the previous race. You can see Ace attempted an overtake. Darth Vader defended on that overtake. However, he should have stuck in that one racing line. So that overtake, then he cannot swerve across the road, or any of our racers cannot swerve across the road in order to defend the car behind them. If the car behind you is faster than you are and you've picked your defense line, you need to stick to it. And if they then are able to pass you, that pass should definitely be given to them.
Okay. That makes sense.
Definitely, and I also see quite a fight happening between Ace and Marksman. Well, not necessarily a fight, but they're sticking very close on top of each other to gain that extra positions. Marksman also climbing up, dropped down a little bit in the beginning of the race. However, he's really up there, back, ready for it. He's chasing down on Ace. You can see that he is getting quite close to him. However, Ace keeping that inside line beautifully. Marksman overtaking on the straight. Let's see if he's able to keep it, because he does have the inside line there. However, Ace, even on the outside line, defends that position and keeps his 7th. However, he's definitely going to have to check his rear with Marksman. I do, however, see that both of them are on 7 laps on their tires. Persephone and Marksman is on medium tires, so it might give him a little bit of an edge, but also the wear that he has on his tires currently is definitely going to count against him a little bit, because Ace on the hard tires might still have a little bit more control than Marksman might be experiencing.
Yeah, and I see Mr. Alpha's coming up behind them.
Mr. Alf coming up behind them, you are correct, on 2 laps on the hard tires. Hopefully these hard tires will be able to carry him through. So his tires still a little bit cold, however much more grip for Mr. Alf ZA there, and he is sticking quite close on top of Ace 555. He's definitely going to wait for the straight for the DRS zone to enable, and he's possibly going to attempt that overtake on not only Ace but also on Marksman. And Ace taking that inside line there, taking that position back. We can see a little bit of a touch and go situation there at the backside, but however, I don't think of anyone who wouldn't like to touch Ace's backside, so apologies everyone, apologies. And Mr. Alf having managed that overtake on the inside line across the S-bends, quite the difficult position to attempt those types of overtakes. However, he is taking that 6th position for himself.
Well done.
Well done, Mr. Alf.
Well done, Mr. Alf. So if we look at our grids for a second, Frey in 1st position still at this moment, Spectre Wolf in 2nd position, God of War in 3rd, V-Power in 4th, The Dogman in 5th, Mr. Alf in 6th, Marksman in 7th, Ace 555 in 8th, Plus the Clock in 9th, Foxy Cute in 10th, Darth Vader in 11th, Wasabi in 12th, Nanarki in 13th, and Zarigon in 14th.
Well done, everyone. I see my 2 McLarens are here. Sorry, I'm jumping here because I just want to have a look at my 2 McLarens. They are here in 8th and 9th position. If Ace is able to maintain that time between himself and Marksman, by the time that the penalty will kick in, he will definitely feel that position shift there happening. Mr. Alf having jumped up to 4th position. We do have V-Power and the Dogman as well as Foxy Cute entering the pit lane at the current moment. So they're pitting for the hard tires on lap 10. Definitely able, they will be able to carry them through for these 10 laps. The only person I must say that I am a little bit worried about on the hard tires might be Alf. However, he is showing you exceptionally well what can be done with the adequate amount of knowledge and skill on this track and of the tire strategies. We also have a lot of love going to Mr. Alf from Hannibal in the chat. Hannibal mentioning that he spent all his couch pillows vouching for Mr. Alf ZA this evening. And I do think that there's definitely going to be a bunny pulled out of a hat there. He's already up in 4th position there. And definitely going to go for it a little bit harder as well. I do think, Persephone, that Mr. Frey will be entering the pit lane either this lap or maybe the next lap. It would definitely be smart for him because he does have quite the lead there on Spectre Wolf. Mr. Frey with a comfortable lead currently. So should he be able to enter the pit lane either this lap or next lap, he might still exit in a favorable position and keep that lead going. And then we do have Spectre Wolf with a 1 second lead, or just above a 1 second lead on God of War, getting back up there for that third position. And Mr. Alf needs to make up 10 seconds between himself and God of War. However, he is on hard tires. That's a little bit warmer than God of War's at this current moment in time. So it might be possible for him to just gain that tiniest amount of speed additionally to put himself back up there. I do see also that we have Mr. Frey and Ace 555, both of them running 10 laps, so still on their original hard tires, and you can see the control on the cars is wearing out a little bit. I do believe that they might still be able to go 2 to 4 laps before having to go pit. However, Ace is going to have to take this opportunity to try to make up that 11 seconds between himself and Mr. Alf ZA, so that he has as much time between himself and the middle grid to just be able to take that pit stop.
Yeah, no, brilliant. This is some excellent driving. I see that the Hannibal says he thinks that Frey will push the hard still about 15 or 16th lap.
That
So,
yeah,
that if he'll do that.
That might actually be possible now that he mentions it. And as we know, okay, well, we didn't, but as we know, Mr. Frey does have that control and ability to be able to do that. I just quickly want to jump in there, fastest lap going there to God of War with a 136, and then I didn't see the rest. My apologies, everyone. But yeah, so Mr. Frey having pitted for the medium tires, but just to add on to what Hannibal might have mentioned or might have meant there, having push or pushing that hard tires up until lap 15 or 16 could have afforded Mr. Frey the opportunity to pit for soft tires, Persephone, and just take that time. It could have increased the lead, because as you see, he has exited he actually exited in position 3 and then took that position 2 back just now. So he might have still not only exited in position 1 should he have pitted on lap 15 or 16, but he would then have 4 laps on that soft tires, which will not only have afforded him excellent car control, but also an immense speed boost on this track that's already exceptionally fast.
Yeah. But he just overtook Spectre Wolf, so we have Frey in first position.
We have him back there in first position, everyone. All you Frey fans out there, he's back up there in first position. So please be sure to, the poll, I think the poll is still up and running. Please be sure to remember to go and vote. If you do think that Mr. Frey is going to take this, go and drop your couch pillows. If you are correct, you will be getting some more couch pillows.
Okay.
Okay. Persephone, I don't know if maybe you want to run us through our grid. We are on lap 13 out of 20, just past the halfway point for this race, and some excellent and exciting happenings already haven't taken place.
Let's do this. So we have Frey in first position at this very moment. Then we have Spectre Wolf in second position, God of War in third position, Mr. Alf in fourth position, Buster Clucky in fifth position, Ace 555 in position number 6, V-Power in position number 7, eighth position Marksman, the Dogman in position number 9, Foxy Cute in position number 10, Dark Vader, I'm saying position very weird, Dark Vader in position number 11, Wasabi Baby in position number 12, Nanarki in 13, and Zarigon in 14.
Excellent. We might actually be seeing an overtake happening on Foxy Cute by by Darth Vader. If we have a look at the 0.04, that Darth Vader is behind Foxycute, and you can actually see some excellent control. He is on 4 laps on the hard tires, so you can definitely see some skill increases and some practice having gone into this track by himself as well. So he just needs to keep the distance between himself and Foxycute under the 0.8 or 0.7, or I think it may be even 0.6 mark, for him to be able to overtake on Foxycute as soon as that DRS zone is enabled. And then we do have Mr. Frey also taking the fastest lap on lap 14th with a 1:36, and then I didn't see the rest.
The rest's just
A 1:36 point
milliseconds.
something. Milliseconds. But we know that you guys are like very attentive, so you probably saw it.
I'm sure they saw it. And if you didn't see it, please rewatch the stream.
Definitely. Even if you did see it, please go and rewatch the stream. We love it to see that we get extra views. It helps me pay Persephone absolutely nothing to assist me with this.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Please remember, even if you do, if you have the ability and you would like to subscribe to the channel, it really does assist us. It helps us. We really do appreciate it, and it really does help us to give you guys just a good old time on the good old couch with us. So yeah, as for everyone who's new watching, perhaps who haven't joined us previously, the good old couch is a community where we encourage everyone to have a good old time, regardless of your preference in games, regardless of your skill level. We welcome you to join in and have a good old time with us. If you would like to join in either in one of our next leagues or on the Discord, on the WhatsApp channels, we do have announcements of games that will be picked up and played. And if you would like to join in on those games, please hit us up. Send me a DM there in chat or on Twitch. The Discord link should also be up there. Go and ask to join the socials. Let us get you guys up in there so that you can join in the gaming with the good old couch. Then I just also want to say thank you so much Anos Jar, for that sub going to Keanu, or it's Keanu number 6. Thank you so much, Anos Jar. Sorry, I had to breathe.
I would say I'm welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Sorry, guys, I had to breathe there. I forgot about that for a second.
You do need to breathe. So we are on lap 15, and let's just quickly get back to the racing. Frey is in our first position, God of War in our second position, Spectre Wolf in our third position, Mr. Elf in our fourth position, Fuss the Clock in our fifth position, V-Power in number 6, The Dark Man in number 7, Marksman in number 8, Ace 555 in number 9, Foxycute number 10, Wasabi Baby in number 11, Nanarki in 12, Darth Vader in 13, Something Happened to Darth Vader, and The Regon in number 14.
Well done everyone so far on the race. I'm very happy that we still have all of our races up on the track. We might possibly be seeing an overtake happening between Ace 555 and Marksman, both of them still fighting out for that position. They are back together on this track, so a definite rivalry between the two of them this evening. And then I also see that we might be seeing an overtake from Spectre on God of War, also very close there for position number 2 and 3, and we do see Ace attempting this overtake on the inside line, and he does manage. Ace 555 taking this 8th position above Marksman, keeping it there just behind the Dogman, and he is already entering or getting closer to the next DRS zone. So if he's able to keep that position and keep his distance on the Dogman, quite close, he will be able to take that 7th position back again. And then we also just saw the overtake happening between Spectre Wolf and God of War. Spectre taking that 2nd position just around the inside line, and a knock happening there. A little bit of a spin out. However, I do believe that God of War should be able to recover from that and keep his 3rd position going. So your excellent overtake also happening for our position number 2 to 3.
Excellent driving. You know, it's always very nerve-wracking when there's a knock. I know, of course, people
really
don't
is.
do it on purpose. They just try to keep in their lines and to do that overtake, but it is very nerve-wracking.
It really is very nerve-wracking. The Dogman also taking that position back just now. Ace 555 having held that 7th position, and the Dogman coming back and taking it back. However, we do see Ace on medium tires, so he is possibly within the ability to overtake on Dogman and to see if he can be able to grab some positions for the remainder of this race. And then I do believe that we might also be seeing a little bit of a position shift happening there in our middle to bottom pack. Ace 555, sorry guys, having taken that 7th position back there, and he's definitely going to keep it. You can see the determination around this corner. However, like I was mentioning, we do have Nanarki very close to Wasabi Baby there in our bottom pack. I think let's quickly have a look what's happening here. We might still be seeing an overtake happening on Wasabi by Nanarki as well.
Excellent driving from all our races.
Very aggressive driving, tight cornering.
Aggressive driving, tight cornering.
Very, very much like a lot of trail braking and stuff. Stuff is happening. All those things is happening.
In the some cheerleaders. Look at those cheerleaders in the chat. Isn't that amazing?
Those cheerleaders are green though, so we can think that they're voting for your kicks.
They're voting for my kicks. No, they're voting for Fry Fry.
A lot of love going to Mr.
To Mr. Fry Fry, but don't they look like elves? Or am I now a nerd for saying that they look like elves?
Let's have a look. They look like cheerleaders with like little caps on, like clover caps.
Yeah, but I mean, like, doesn't it like make you think of elves?
It makes me think of St. Patrick's Day.
No. Okay, so maybe I'm a little bit of...
St. Patrick's Day, I want a cherry ale.
My hearing.
Oh my goodness. Everyone, we are on lap 18. I see that there's not that much positionings or repositioning still happening on the track. Our leaders are building up quite the lead. We also have a big lead between, I believe it's V-Power and Ace. No, it's not V-Power and Ace, sorry. It is Faster Clucky and V-Power. So we actually see Ace quite close on V-Power here, going to possibly attempt that overtake to take position 6 back for himself as well. That would be wonderful for McLaren because it will afford them that manufacturer's points for himself and Faster Cluck to be as high up as possible. We did manage to see the overtake, or we didn't manage to see, but Nanarki did manage to overtake on Wasabi there on lap 18 out of 20, taking that 11th position for himself there. And I think that our racers are definitely going to carry this through up until the end. I must say, Persephone, I stand humbly corrected. Mr. Alf ZA with excellent control on those early pitted hard tires.
Yes, I see. That is excellent driving, excellent control on those tires. Really excellent job. So we're on lap 19. I do believe you're correct. I think this is going to be our positions, but we have seen...
We've seen some bunnies and some birds.
We've seen some bunnies, we've seen some birds, but let's quickly go through the grid on the last lap, well, on the second last lap. So we have Mr. Frofro in first position, Spectre Wolf in second, God of War in third, Mr. Elf in fourth, Faster Clock in fifth, V Power in sixth, Ace in seventh, The Dogman in eighth, Marksman in ninth, Foxy Cute in
Oh, I'm
10th.
so sorry,
Monarchy-
Perseus, just to quickly
happened?
interrupt there. There was an overtake happening, however, a little bit of a swerve happening. V-Power and Ace having run into each other, and now the Dogman and V-Power also having had a little bit of a knock there on lap 19 out of 20. However, it does rearrange the positioning there for our middle pack a little bit. However, they are going to have to carry this lap through with a lot of damage on the cars as well.
Oh my goodness, let's start over then. I mean, we did say there were birds and bunnies and all.
I
type of
think
things.
let's take it from position 5 and go on.
Okay, so in position 5 we have Faster Clock. In position 6 we have Ace 555, 7 the Dogman, 8 V Power, 9 the Marksman, 10 Foxy Cute, 11 Anarchy, 12 Wasabi, 13 Darth Vader, 14 Zerigon.
Well done, everyone. There's still a fight happening there for position number 6 and 7. However, I'm going to pan over to Mr. Frey shortly. Let's maybe see if we can still catch some action. But Mr. Frey comfortably leading the pack with a 7-second lead. You can definitely see that he will be able to start celebrating. We have Hannibal also saying God of War going to sneak in a second if he can hang on to Spectre. However, we have Mr. Frey going around the bends just before the finishing line. Oh, unfortunate there. I see that penalty going to Ace 555. That might be influencing his positioning a little bit. My apologies, everyone, but let's have a look. Mr. Frey, comfortable lead here. He will be finishing this race on, or 8th race on Austin, Texas in the first position, as he will be going over the checkered line. Mr. Frey in first position, and he will then be followed there by Spectre Wolf in the Williams in second position. God of War going to... Oh, there's a penalty against Spectre. So God of War taking that second position and Spectre dropping down there to third position. Mr. LZA, no penalties next to his name, will be finishing this race in fourth position. Both Ferraris quite high this evening, so excellent driving there. I humbly apologize for your tire strategy, Mr. Alf. I misjudged it. Faster Clock will be taking this fifth position, putting my McLarens back up there. Nice wiggle coming there from Faster Clock. Thank you, Faster Clock. The Dogman there in sixth position. However, there is a penalty against his name. There's also a penalty against Ace, Marksman, V-Power and Foxy Cute. So we'll be seeing the positioning happening now. Marksman jumping up to sixth position. V-Power taking 7th, the Dogman in 8th position, and Ace 555 in 9th position. Foxy Cute and Nanarchy also both with penalties next to their name. Foxy Cute taking 10th. Yeah, that penalty unfortunately counting against her. So Wasabi Baby taking 10th and Foxy Cute dropping down to 11th. And then I'll have a look at the grid as soon as we are able, just to give you the lowdown on position 11th and down. And then our driver of the day, well deserved, going to Ace 555. And then everyone on podium, let's give them a moment to celebrate. Nikki Knox there with Godspeed for God of War. the other Red Bull in chat there just showing some team support. So everyone, just to reiterate our podium, we do have Mr. Frey taking the win on Austin, Texas, and we have him followed in second position there by God of War for the Red Bull, and third position going to Spectre Wolf for the Williams, with our driver of the day, Ace 555. But let's just quickly run through the grid. So it is Frey in first, also with the fastest lap of 1:35.415. God of War in second, Spectre in third, followed by Mr. Alf, Faster Clock in fifth, Marksman in sixth, V-Power in seventh, the Dogman in eighth, Ace 555 in ninth, with Wasabi there in 10th, Darth Vader taking up 11, Foxy Cute following in 12th, Nanarki in 13th position, and Zerigon finishing there in 14th position. Well done to all of our racers. Everyone, please don't go anywhere. You guys know the drill by now. We will be right back with our post-race interview. Welcome back, everyone, to our post-race interviews. For all of you guys who's new to watching the stream, we do have post-race interviews with our position 3, 2, 1, as well as our driver of the day. So please help me welcome our third position for the evening, Spectre Wolf. Welcome, Spectre. Is Spectre there? Oh, I see. Unfortunately, we've lost Spectre. However, not to worry. I'm going to continue with the interview. As soon as Spectre is back, we will be pulling him in. If not, we might definitely be seeing him again next week. So while we are waiting to see if we will be able to speak to Spectre this evening, please help me welcome our second place for the evening, God of War. Welcome, God of War. Hello? Persephone, are you there?
I'm here.
Are you there? Okay, God of War, are you there? Okay, well, I see we have no sound coming from God of War. However, I'm going to leave him up there in the Discord for just the tiniest little bit. It is possible that he wasn't sure that he's going to be pulled in so early. So while we are waiting, Persephs, we actually can have a look a little bit later at distributing those couch pillows.
We can distribute couch pillows, or we can have an antidote. So a little story for everybody who's listening, right? So I don't have stories. Sorry.
Okay, I see we received a pigeon from God of War telling us that he can hear us. However, we can't hear you. That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, there's no stream if we can't hear him, right?
Yeah, we can't hear him. Okay, I see we have technical support coming in from the top. So if you guys would be able to bear with us for 2 seconds while we get the audio sorted out, we would really, really appreciate it. We actually have our on-call IT engineer here busy with us with our audio.
I do want to tell you there's like this thing on my phone. What's your mission on Earth? Should we take the test?
I think we should take the test.
Take the test. Take the test.
Okay.
What is my mission on Earth?
I think your mission on Earth, Persephone, is to provide the amazing commentary for the Good Old Couch F1 ADS League thingy every Monday evening.
Is that my mission on Earth? Oh my goodness.
It's a fantastic mission, I think.
Okay, so if that's my only mission, normally I think my life's quite sad.
Persephone, I think we're going to try to pull Spectre Wolf off third position back in here. Welcome, Spectre.
Oh, wow.
Also, no sound coming from Spectre Wolf's side. So I think maybe let's jump up there to our first position for the evening. Okay, everyone, we have Ace 555 sitting here on the floor telling us to keep calm and carry on. And we're just quickly having a look, everyone, at whether there is a little bit of a problem maybe on the Discord itself. So we are going to try again. We really do appreciate you guys' patience and support. And while we are waiting for that, let me just get my marketing segment in there. Like I mentioned earlier, please remember, hit us up if you would like to come onto the socials. If you want us to include you into our leagues, into the races, or everything like that, let me know that we can get you guys up in there. And then, yeah, welcome Spectre. We actually had a little bit of sound there for a tiniest bit of a moment. Crickets. Okay, but yeah, like I was saying, everyone, if you want to get up there in the socials, remember to hit me up. We also do have our Borderlands stream happening every Wednesday where we are including the community. So if you would like to join in on that, also let me know. Yeah, so if you guys would like to join in on that, also let me know. Let's quickly try this again and see if we can get Spectre Wolf up in there. Spectre, can you hear us? Nothing. I think he can hear us though, because I saw him mute and unmute just now.
Did we lose Anomaly? And are we still live?
We are still live.
If we are still live and we lost Anomaly, I do apologize if the stream is still live. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, clearly my message is not coming through to Anomaly here. So we are still live. I'm just quickly fixing it.
Yeah, so we do have the slightest bit of technical difficulties, but like you guys know, it is quite usual for us to have the technical difficulties. Persephone, let me know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Wonderful. Spectre, are you able to hear us?
Hello, hello, hello.
Wonderful. Welcome, Spectre, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. You can hear me fine. Oh, I've been battling.
Yeah.
I just thought that you guys were ignoring me all the time.
No.
I'm so sorry about that, Spectre, but yeah, well done on the race this evening.
Thank you so much. I was a bit worried because I couldn't put in a lot of practice this weekend. It was a little bit busy. But yeah, no, it was good. I had a very, very exciting battle with God of War. Yeah, I try to keep it as clean as possible. Just had that little bit of an incident, which I apologize for. God of War.
Yeah, we saw that little bit of a tap happening there.
Yeah, all around it was good, clean fun though. No hard feelings.
Oh, that's wonderful. And we actually saw an excellent strategy coming from you. Can you give us a little bit of a lowdown on how you planned for this evening when you were in the race?
So yeah, just saw that the recommended one was medium hards, and just tried to stick it out for as long as possible on the mediums until I felt like the grip starting to wear away. And then I saw God of War's lapped I pitted a lap just before me, so then I took that as a cue to also pit, and luckily I just came out a little bit in front of him. I was able to fight that, but then that unfortunate penalty set me back, and I think that's when I started to spiral a little bit. I had to work extra hard, but then he did a phenomenal job catching up to me and capitalizing on that penalty. So well done to him.
Wonderful, and such great sportsmanship coming from your side as well, Spectre. Due to the technical difficulties, I'm going to keep the interview a little bit shorter this evening. So from my side, that's going to be it. We look forward to seeing you in Qatar next week. So I'm going to hand over to Persephone for her part.
Okay, thank you so much.
My goodness. I'm sorry. I lost my questions because I was seeing what type of spirit animal I am. No, let's see.
Have you found your question? Because I have a very, very objective question we can ask.
Okay, ask the question.
Okay, so Spectre, very objectively, what's the better team in F1 between McLaren, and McLaren?
I would say Williams, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Okay,
Great
apparently
answer.
that's the correct
McLaren,
answer.
I'm a McLaren fan as well, so yeah, definitely McLaren.
Wonderful.
I'm sure, but in an alternative universe, Williams for sure.
Well, I'm a big science fan, so I might be agreeing with you there. Spectre, thank you so much for giving us an amazing race this evening, and good luck next week on Qatar. We look forward to seeing you race.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Spectre, and may you have a lovely evening.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, let's get you back. There. Wonderful. Everyone, please help me welcome our second place for the evening. Welcome. Let me just see which room are we in, Persephs? Yeah, let me just have a look. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. My apologies, everyone. Help me welcome our second place for the evening, God of War. Welcome, God of War.
Hi guys, good evening, good evening.
Good evening and congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, that was quite the race you and Spectre Wolf had there for second position this evening.
Yeah, that was the closest rivalry that I've had in a while. It was quite fun.
And I believe you guys were tied for second place for the constructors as well. And this second place might be giving you that slight edge back there.
Yeah, every point I can take that falls from the sky, I will collect.
Definitely. We do also apologize for the technical difficulties that we had. But because of that, I'm going to keep it a little bit shorter and only ask you one question this evening, God of War. How will you be preparing for Qatar next week?
Well, the easy thing is you just watch Max Verstappen race, you study his move, you have a clipboard on and make every note that you can. No, I'm just kidding.
I wanted to say, I think we're losing connection. I can't hear you.
No, you just practice. Take a setup, test it, do a lap, take another setup, test it, do a lap, change it, do another lap. That's how you practice.
Wonderful, wonderful. God of War, thank you so much. I'm going to hand it over to Persephone for her part of the interview.
Cool. Cheers.
Let's do one trivia question. So, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Brilliant. So, which driver famously clashed with Ayrton Senna at the 1989 Japanese Grand Prix?
Was it Alan Prost?
It was Alan Prost. Well done.
Cool.
Well done.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, God of War, and good luck for next week.
Thank you. See you at the next one.
Okay.
Bye.
Everyone, thank you so much. Let me just move God of War here to... There we go. Everyone, please help me welcome our winner, must I say again, for this evening, Mr. Frey. Welcome, Mr. Frey.
Hey.
Welcome and congratulations.
Thank you. This was the one that I wanted to win, because now, points tally wise, that's a championship, so I'm just happy now.
Oh, that's fantastic, Mr. Frey. I do, however, have a question for you. Why did you qualify on the 4-minute mark this week and not the 2-minute mark?
So I was unsure. I had two setups, one for really good for quality, one good for race. And people were doing quite good lap time, so I was like, I'm going to have to go for the quali one. So that's why I done it early, just to get one in. And then Farnman was laughing and calling me for some reason. And I asked why, and he was like, well, they're asking why you've done it and not at your 2-minute mark. So that's why I went and done the second one, so it's at your 2-minute mark, just to hold up to tradition, basically.
Wonderful. We do love our tradition. Mr. Frey, as we had a little bit of technical difficulties, I'm going to keep it short this week, only with one question. And my one question, except for the one that I've already asked, so my second question is going
Second
to...
question of the one questions,
Yeah, like my second question is going to be, what was your favorite part of tonight's race?
Favorite? Probably qualifying. I love this track because the car is I always like a loose setup, so the car is dancing and bouncing all over the place, but I love kind of wrestling it and maneuvering it into certain corners. So qualifying was fun. Race, it was okay, but I wanted Spectre and God of War to fight me a bit more, but it's okay.
They were too busy fighting each other this evening.
They were fighting each other way too much, yeah.
Mr. Frey, you just had some amazing racing going on this evening. You received a lot of love in the chat. From my side, that's going to be it. I'm going to hand it over to Persephone.
And Mr. Frey, let's ask a trivia question. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Hand on buzzer.
Brilliant.
I am ready.
Hand on buzzer. Which F1 race is traditionally held on a street since its inception?
Since its inception?
Yeah.
What, recently or since forever? I mean, sorry.
Since forever, since its inception.
Monaco?
You are correct. Well done.
Whoop, whoop.
Sweet.
Well done, Mr. Frey. As always, it was amazing watching you race. We definitely look forward to seeing you next week in Qatar, and just well done.
Awesome. Thanks again.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Frey. Everyone, that was our first place winner, and as he mentioned, probably our winner for the Constructors Cup as well. So, yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to see where I'm going to...
I'll move.
I'm sorry, I think he was going to say he's going to move himself, but I've got it. I'm a strong, independent woman. Everyone, please help me welcome our driver of the day. Excited, very, very excited to have him on the post-race interview once more. Welcome, Ace Triple. Okay. Okay, Ace says he's coming. Ace is coming. Wonderful. Persephs, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Oh,
So
you
we can
know,
find
it
out
was
what
so
animal
much
we
technical difficulties happening this evening. We've almost gotten used to it not being difficult. But yeah, please everyone help me welcome Ace 555. Welcome, Ace. Okay, let's see. Can everybody hear Ace perfectly?
Hello.
Yes.
Wonderful. Welcome, Ace, and well done.
Good in you.
Yes, I asked, how are you?
Good in you.
Ace, it's so wonderful to have you back up here on the post-race interview, and we saw some amazing racing coming from your side this evening. Can you just give us a lowdown about just what happened this race?
Well, to be very honest with you, I don't think it was quite amazing from my side, me banging into V-Power a few times. My fault, but predominantly my fault. I know I screwed up there, and I do apologize for that. Fighting with everybody, especially Marksman. What a drive, what a race. Was totally worth it.
It was just fantastic to see you race this evening, Ace. You had such a determination upon you. I'd like to believe it's the McLaren car that inspired you this evening.
No. What inspired me to race my heart out is the moment when a Ferrari overtook me on T1. Open window. They're just open windows. So yeah, no, that taught me to get your head down on the ground.
Definitely, and some excellent rivalry between yourself and Marksman as well this evening. Can you give us, like I mentioned earlier as well, my apologies, is we did have a little bit of technical difficulty, so I'm going to keep it short from my side, but can you just give us a little bit of a rundown on what was your strategy for this evening?
Well, myself and Clucky actually sat down. Well, Clucky did most of the work. Where we decided on a single reverse strat. So, in other words, whoever's in front gets the lighter tires first. The moment I went to go pit on lap 13, I knew that everybody would have gotten some worn hard tires, and it would have given me a window to attack. But I had to attack earlier than later, and with the entire battle between myself, Marksman, and Dogman, it kind of threw it out of the window, but still, it was good, solid, clean racing.
That was fantastic. It was such a pleasure to behold you this evening. From my side, that's going to be it, Ace, but I'm going to hand over to Persephone as well.
Oh, great stuff.
Are you ready for your trivia question?
Finally.
Brilliant. So I'm going to ask you about engines.
Hands down.
Yes.
Okay. What engine configuration was predominantly used during the 1990s in F1?
The V8.
It is not the V8.
Then it needs to be the V10 or V12.
It was the V10.
Whoop,
Congratulations.
whoop.
Damn it.
Oh, Ace,
Shite.
it was just fantastic to behold you. I'm going to ask you not to leave. For everybody who is new and watching and joining us this evening, Ace is actually one of the founders and creators of the Good Old Couch as well. So just because I'm extremely happy to have him back on the post-race interview, I'm going to leave the outro to him this evening. So just to remind all of you, hit us up if you want to get on that socials. It was fantastic spending this day or this evening with you. It was fantastic having all of you in the chat. We do look forward to seeing you next week. That's going to be me. I'm Anomaly, my fantastic co-host Persephone,
The Good Old
Thank you,
Couch
everybody.
lead.
and then
Driving the
handing it over to Ace.
There we go. May you all have a splendid evening, wonderful afternoon, and may it be kick-ass. Good night.